Yeah, I gotta do better. I made a whole video. My first thoughts and reactions to this video, and I didn't have the sound plan on the video I was sharing with y'all. So anyway, earlier I was at work and I had seen that Tamika Scott. I think she fed up, y'all. She fed up. Look, I wore this shirt, the shade of it all. She tired of the shade. So yeah, everybody been seeing her sister and her sister's husband going around saying that basically she lying and that they did not take that money and that they doubling down on it. Tamika said I got something for that ass, and she was like, "Look, I did not lie, and I'm about to come with the receipts to let y'all know I ain't lie." So we gonna watch it, and I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about this, cause yeah, hold on. So we about to watch her.
Because I said the things that I said about Candy to protect her. She was calling me crying in the phone, talking about a book Jermaine wrote, crying, saying Candy said she broke up the group. So I went to defend my sister and I said a whole bunch of things about Candy. And I apologized. All right. So now she wants to hold that over my head and say that I'm lying about the money that was stolen from me, my royalties that were stolen from me. And she wanted an apology.
So now, I guess I'll just wait on my
Her
apology.
demeanor, she just looked like
Let me tell you something.
her whole attitude is stank.
She's not going to get an apology. And after I finish revealing what I'm about to reveal, I don't want an apology from her because I'm not vain like that. I'm not vain. I don't need an apology. I just need you to go somewhere and repent
She said
and
go
ask God to
somewhere and
forgive you
repent.
and your husband who's out here being trifling, lying on me and my other group members, sending threat text messages from an anonymous number, but then turn around and do a video and say the same thing that's in the threat text.
They got to do
Girl,
better.
you and your husband got to be the most simplest
Stupidest.
criminals in the world. How are you going to send me a threat text? Let me explain the text. I will put it up here so you guys can.
It say, Tamika, I have a question for you. Which allegation is worse to the media? You accusing your sister of stealing 30K, or you texting and sending naked pictures? We just got naked pictures to your sister husband. We just got our hands on pictures and messages. So we are going to do you a favor and let you apologize to your sister and your mom. Ain't that what her sister just said? Like, y'all slow. Like you did Candy. She always jealous of Candy. Who set you up in the first place? How she set her up? Anyway, y'all, this is messed up. Also, we have a video of you having sex with someone in 2016, and you can thank the person that is suing you for that.
See it. And I might even share the video where she's saying things that's in the text. So I got a threat text about me, Tiny, and Candy. All right. First of all, her husband says that I sent him naked pictures. And he says something about Tiny and he says something about Candy that I'm not going to say, which are all lies.
You see what the big news is, right?
About you stealing the $30,000?
No, about now the news is Tamika, my sister-in-law, was sending me naked pictures. Todd sucking a tranny's dick, and Tiny in trouble.
Lord.
That's about to be the biggest news today. So You know, people, you know, that girl you got coming over there with security for what? Like, damn, Tasha, I wish I
Let
could
me
say
ask
He's
you
a
something.
this real
liar.
quick.
He's a devil. He's
Her
evil.
husband is slow.
A
You
lot
can
of
tell
stuff
he
has
worked
happened over the years where I
with
have
them R.
protected
Kelly
my
people.
sister and her husband because I wanted a family. I didn't want to be an outcast. I didn't want them not to love me anymore. So I took a lot of things, not just off of them, but also off my mom. So I did not want to be out here without love. So of course I let things ride. But to have that thrown back in my face, my loyalty to my family, and for you to say that I'm a liar when y'all are around here trying to extort me and you're sitting here threatening me, saying that I need to apologize and say I made a mistake.
It ain't never that
No,
deep. Like,
I didn't make no mistake.
for
Miss
her to be
Diane
doing
already
this
explained to everybody
to her
that
sister.
she signed all of us up for
Wait a
sound
minute,
exchange.
y'all. Now y'all know when Miss Diane come out,
I signed Xscape, every one of them, up for sound
she's telling
exchange,
the truth.
and I sent all the paperwork. And Tamika, I did Latasha, everybody, and Tamika told me when we filled out the paperwork, she was living in New York then, and I still have the paperwork.
Don't
And
Tiny
I filled
sound
it
like her
out, and
mama.
I put it. Her address was all in New York and everything. Tamika, my Tamika had gotten her checks, and it was a pretty big check then. I'm thinking it was like close to $20,000 the first time. They got a lot of checks though.
Wait, I'm gonna tell y'all
And
something.
Tamika said, I didn't get my checks. And I said, well, you should have. I said, because Tamika's got.
My great uncle, he is lived in Atlanta and he worked for IBM. So when I met Tiny and Tamika, I don't know why you act like this, Tamika. You know he's my girl. I met Tiny. I was able to tell her that her mother worked for my uncle. She was his secretary for 10 years. And she was like, for real, you know how Tiny talks. She was like, wow, I want to tell my mama. And I was like, yeah. I said, my uncle spoke real highly of your mom. So when I seen Miss Diane on Instagram, underneath one of her posts, I had put who my uncle was, and I said he mentioned you, that you worked for him. And it took her a while to reply back because older people don't be on there like that. But she was like, your uncle George Turner was one of the my best bosses. Yeah, I told y'all I be knowing
Several
folks.
checks already. And so we called up to Sound Exchange. Me and Tamika was on the line, and we talked to this guy's name was Joe Mo Grady.
She
I
got
think he's passed
named.
away, but back then he was the person we talked to. And he talked to Tamika, and she asked him questions about her checks, and he told her.
Wells Fargo has donated $390 million
Honey, like I said, you get her.
I didn't know about
to
that.
support housing affordability solutions across America. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
Now we gotta watch that.
Come on, you want a piece of this?
Tenure doesn't mean you
Oh,
can't get
hell.
smacked in the face.
That her
Okay.
checks were going to Hampton, Georgia. And so after that, she said, well, I live in New York. How did this happen? And he sent her copies of the checks. I mean,
Yeah, he
so
said
They got
sent copies.
receipts.
he said something about your sister and Rocky, or Edward Bivens, because I really didn't know Rocky's name.
Right, he
was
said Edward Bivens cashed the checks. But how was I supposed to get my money back?
The only way you could get your money back is you had to prosecute him. And you said, I don't
Now
want to
she
do
been
that.
taking a high
We did
road.
do the investigation.
Tasha don't know how to
Well,
take
they
the high
did.
road.
They sent information. Someone sent in, which was my sister, and I will be showing that in a second. She changed the contract and put her name on the contract, saying that she was my manager. And you're going to see that in a
You got to
second.
do better,
And then they
Tasha.
put they sent my passport. It was a lot of
I know
stuff.
he said, that they had proof. They thought it was you and everything. But there's only reason that you couldn't get your money back is you would have to prosecute them.
No one has a reason to lie. And you're going to see with the receipts. And if it wasn't for Miss Diane, none of us, me, Candy, my sister, Tiny, nobody would have gotten these checks from Sound Exchange. If it wasn't for you finding out about that royalty
And
was
Miss Diane
weird.
was like, I got
My
the
husband
paperwork.
with
Don't play with
Tams,
me.
I signed them up, and that's how I
Now
found
that's
out
the
about
real
it.
fifth member of
And our
Xscape.
business managers in New York told me about it. So that's kind of how I knew about Sound
Diane like,
Exchange.
put some
Thank you
respect on my name.
for doing that, because we still getting checks today.
That's good. Get them checks.
Yes, love
She
you.
sound
But I
just
love
like
Tasha
Tiny sound
still.
just
I
like
mean,
her mama.
I love her. I mean, and I would never lie on none of y'all.
I mean,
love
that's
y'all.
crazy.
I know.
So
Y'all
if
my
you knew that
babies.
she had this information and you
Somehow,
still gonna
my
double down on
information
her,
was changed and sent to Sound Exchange. Now, when my sister was asked about Sound Exchange, she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm not gonna do too much, but I will clear my name.
I'm glad she stood up
I
for
will show you a
herself.
few pieces of evidence
That's her
that
sister's
shows
address, her
how they
sister's
went
email,
in and they changed my address to their address.
not her signature.
How they
Said
changed my email. Everything that Miss Diane did was changed by my sister, Latasha Scott. I will give you evidence.
she shouldn't have did that.
Now, the misconception is the
Wait a minute, what the
30,000.
middle
It
one say?
wasn't
Hold on, y'all.
one check.
The middle one says, "Oh, it's given times and dates and a phone number."
It
I
was
bet somebody done
multiple
called that
checks.
phone number.
It wasn't just one. So I was very nice. I was being very nice to
Now,
say
even
that
looking at
only 30,000 was stolen
Tasha
from
and
me.
comparing to
I was
Tamika's
very nice to
demeanor,
say only
Tasha
30,000
don't
was
even look
taken
like
from
she
me,
got
stolen from me.
her aura's not even giving off stank
So,
vibes. Like Tasha got that stank
you
like
want your
energy.
apology? How about I give them proof what you did? Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not trying to bury you. You just need to stop being out here saying these false things, you and your husband, these threats and everything else. Mm-mm. It's not going to work.
Tamika, I want
Oh,
all the
yeah, one of the
smoke.
threats were that my tape, I have a sex tape that I did. Yes, when I was in my 20s, I did a sex tape. So, I didn't want to take it back to my house, so I gave the tape to my sister.
Now
And I
wait a
told her to
minute.
hold.
That kind of sound like shady to me. Like you got a sex tape and she gonna give it to her sister because her sister got her sister got a save. Girl, you could have got your own save. No, I don't know about that. That's
So,
kind of
I can
sus.
watch it every now and then. I just got to be honest with you. I was looking good on the tape. But anyway, I gave it to my sister. So I went back to get it. She said someone stole it out of her safe. So I said, okay, well, who got the safe code? Who got the code to your safe? She said only her and her husband. But somebody stole my tape. Now I'm about to be blackmailed by them. If I don't apologize, they're going to put the tape
They
out. This
doing
is what the
way
text
too
says.
much. I don't think Xscape will
So,
ever come back from this.
you know what? You're not going to scare me. You got my tape, but you said you didn't have my tape. Now all of a sudden you want to extort me and put the tape out? And you're doing a gospel album. Let's talk about that. So at the beginning of last year, my grandmother and my mom all was saying they wanted me and my sister to do a gospel album. So the management at the time went and I sat down with her, and she said that Motown Records
No,
offered
okay.
me and my sister
Look,
a
y'all,
gospel.
so much stuff been happening. I wasn't able to even do the review on the show because they've been going back and forth to all the blogs talking about this check. So on the show, this is gonna prove her point because Tasha got upset and mad because Tamika took it upon herself for the SWV and Escape show to be the one to do like the creative directing, like to do the backgrounds, do the music and all that. And when she said, okay, I thought about this show, I got this going on, I brought this guy in here, Tasha's face was mad as hell. When I tell y'all she was pissed off. And Candy was so happy she did that. It was crazy. So then she delegated them out jobs. So she sent Tasha, Candy, and Coco to do the music set list. So when Tasha went to go to the studio to meet them to get the music together, she had a stank ass attitude. They're like, you want to do this song? You want to do that? I really haven't thought about it. Well, is that a yes, no, or maybe? It's like if you don't want to be around them, Then just say I don't want to do the show. Like they can go on with just three of them. It won't be a problem. Tamika can do your parts. If it's like Tasha seems like she's still trying to use them as a safety cushion, knowing that she wanted to do that gospel album. So it's like a repeat of history. My thing is she's never going to be or get where she wants to go until she forgive, heal, and move on. She's not working through none of the problems. She's just holding stuff in, holding on resentment. Whatever you mad about, why you mad about it, get it resolved. And then it's like you get mad at somebody, I'm not about to hold on to that shit for 20 years. You don't owe you don't even have enough money to have rent and to live rent free in my head that long for me to hold on anger. It's like she just stay mad with them.
Gospel deal, right? So my sister came up to my house March of last year. Came up, spent the night, got snowed in. We were singing, we were cooking, having a good
That shit
time.
is funny as
But it
hell.
was a scratch in the record when I told her that we need to split everything down the middle. We need to write everything. We need to create everything together. And all of a sudden, she was outraged.
I
She was
believe
like, "Well,
Tamika.
this is what I do. I do music. I do music. You can do screenplays and you can write plays and movies, but I'm the singer in the family." So me and my husband was looking like, "What just happened here?" We're sitting here talking about a gospel deal for us, and she just went bananas. I'm the singer. I'm this. I write. I do this. So in between all that eyes, I was tired from cooking and cleaning. I fell asleep on her butt. But when I fell asleep, my husband said she kept talking. He walked out. She was just mad. So when she left my house, she never mentioned it again. Now she posted receipts on her
And my
thing
thing is,
saying
I
that
don't think
Rocky
they
got
ever
us the
gonna be able
deal.
to come
But
back
if you
from
look
this.
real close to the paperwork, like I did, I screenshot it and read it. It says, "Dear," whatever the guy name was. She was asking questions. She said, what's his name? The manager, Rocky, and I. So the
I
and
hope y'all have
I
a
was not
great
Rocky.
Super
It was
Bowl
the lady who sat
weekend.
down with us and told us who she got us the deal. Our
EJ
old
Monica
management.
and I.
So how did Rocky get us the deal? I'm just so sick and tired of her praising him like he's God. It's like she want him to be
Because
this
I
big.
got
Okay,
receipts
Mika, stay
today.
focused. Stay focused. But he did not get us the deal. I'm sure
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
just
the one
glad
to
she
talk
stood
her
up for
out of it,
herself because
or
Tasha
both
and
of
her
them,
energy
because
just
it's how
gives
you
me
steal my money and steal our gospel
evil.
deal. Oh, and it gets better. Check this out. So I have people calling me, sending me. I'm in church. This is the crazy thing about it. I'm in church and I got a text, and somebody said, "What's going on with this?" So evidently, if you go on your cable network and you look up a show, underneath the show will tell you who the actors are or who the people are that's on the show. Someone has went and replaced my pictures with my sister.
Wow.
So not only did you steal money and our gospel album that we told grandmama that we were going to do,
How do you do that
but
though?
now if you all go look, now my image is gone and is replaced with her pictures. Yeah, it's just a lot of cricket stuff that has happened. And it's something about
I want to know
Todd,
how
he said in the text. But it's crazy because things that were in that threat text, when my sister did her
and they gotta
interview
do better. Like
on her
they
bus,
tell on
dogging
themselves.
everybody out, talking about Candy, talking about I lied. Certain things that were in that threatened text was in what she said. Wow. They mentioned a tattoo that only she knew about. They mentioned the sex tape that mysteriously disappeared. They mentioned pictures that was never sent to him when he cracked my door down saying he was
Child.
my ex-husband. They are evil, evil people, but I'm not going to allow you to
I don't
keep
know how
sitting
they
out
gonna
here
get
and
over
giving
this.
false narrative about me. I've had your back. I was stupid. I did things and you throw it in my face and you want to do a video say,
That's
"Oh,
what I
you
was
know
gonna
how
say.
she
Look,
is."
I think that Tasha was riding on the fact that she knew that Tamika don't like to bring stuff out. Well, not bring stuff out far as family. That she figured that she was just gonna be able to keep saying whatever and she would never, let the family stuff come out. But she caught her bluff this time because last time, like she said, the only reason why she came out against Candy was for her. And now she
I
figured she
I,
wouldn't
own,
have
I,
came out
owned, I
again.
owned up to that. When I was wrong, I apologize. This time, I'm not wrong. The evidence is here.
Veronica's home was foreclosed in 2012
No,
because
what in
she
my
did
other
not pay off
video,
her $15,000
I didn't even have
real
to
estate
watch
property
no
taxes due.
I'm
commercials.
not talking about this anymore
Me
after
at.
this. Now the world knows that you are a liar that is doing a
I remember
gospel
we using this
album.
for educational purposes only.
Thief. Stealing from the
And that's my
church,
thing too. Like,
stealing from your sister,
remember
stealing my
when you supposed to be
identity.
a Christian and you
Please
committed a
don't let me
sin or
stand
you
up
done
wrong.
something wrong, as long as
Go
you
ahead.
repent
Leak the
for
tape
it,
that you said you lost.
ask for
Go ahead.
forgiveness,
Embarrass your niece.
and
Go
truly
ahead.
say,
Because
you
you
know,
really
in your
don't care nothing about
heart,
them because you would have never stole for them.
truly in your heart want forgiveness, then you know you're supposed to be able to be forgiven. But my thing with her, you coming out with this gospel album, knowing that you did this to your sister, you doubling down, going on different things. Didn't think she was gonna come out. Now these receipts come out. Your husband going around, going and talking to Tasha K. His mistress is coming out. You got 3 or 4 other women coming out, and you're not owning up to anything. I don't feel, and you know what? Teachers their own. But in life, I feel like unless you go through your problems, work through your problems, handle them, you will never get to where you want to be. So until Tasha, for whatever resentment she's holding against that group, whatever's going on in her mind that she still needs healing for with her body image, even if she lost all this weight, she's still not happy. Until you and your husband work out whatever drama's going on, till you admit to what you did to your sister, none of this stuff ain't gonna work. And then you coming out talking about you want to minister to people and you got all this garbage behind you, it ain't gonna work. And then her whole energy is just off. It's like you hiding behind masks.
In the beginning, go ahead and watch what God does. God don't play about me. I don't hurt nobody. I don't do nothing.
Tamika, like
And the
not
thing I
today.
did about Candy, I was in my late 20s. We're almost 50 years old, and you still holding it over my head. But I'm glad that she forgave me. But I forgive you, as I did before. Never meant to
This shit
mention
is
it.
wild.
I was just
I
posting a
don't, I
prayer
really don't think there's no
because you
coming
tried to
back from
destroy
this.
me in that first scene. But hey, it's life. And like you said, we're sisters, but not by choice.
Mm.
Words are powerful. And I'm starting to listen. It's the difference between hearing and listening.
And you just think about the way that she be looking.
Well, I love you. But what you won't do is make me look like a liar.
Tamika, no, Tasha.
I've grown from my mistakes and I've learned.
She just be looking
And
like,
I'm not letting nobody put nothing over my head of my past. Who do you, ma'am?
I don't know,
Don't
like
have
she
to
under some
apologize
type
to
of
me.
spell
And
cast.
apologize to
That
God.
husband done did a number on
And
her.
apologize to my nephew. And apologize to my children.
He's definitely her downfall.
God bless you.
That was basically it, though, y'all. That was basically it. I hate my first video got messed up, but yeah, that was basically it. So I don't know what y'all think about this escape drama, but Tamika was like, "Not today, son. You're not about to come out here and play with me, play on my name, play on my top. Look, I got I got receipts. On top of that, I got Miss Diane. Miss Diane got the name of the person. She probably know the time and the day she called. Then she said, wait a minute, Miss Diane's like, and I got the paperwork. So you will not throw me up under the bus. That shit is wild. Now how you gonna come back and retaliate? How you gonna come back and say she lying against that? So then you're gonna call Miss Diane a liar? You can't do that. Well, anyway, y'all, that's basically escape drama. I had to make a video about this because I was going to talk about the episode, but they've been going back and forth on all these different shows this week, and Tasha been talking all this mess about wanting this apology and saying that she didn't steal anything. Everybody was waiting on see if Tamika was gonna come back and say something. That her husband so stupid calling Tasha K said something about she said he kept talking about some federal, it's a federal case. And she said, Tasha K said somebody sent her something and it was supposed to be an anonymous text and it said something about that girl, the mistress lady, and the feds was watching her. She said, "Now who done told me something about the feds 30 times?" They gotta do better. Yeah, so let's see what the next episode gonna be about. But Tamika says she wanted all the smoke today. All the smoke. She like, Tasha, you're not gonna keep playing me. Yeah, I wanted to just give my little commentary on that. And I'm thinking about when I see Power Friday, I'm gonna do my review on that because I love me so Tariq. And we'll see what's going on with the Tejadas and Bobby Brown's side. What's his name? Woody. Yeah, I always call him Bobby Brown. What is his name in the show? Kane. And then look, I want to know where the hell the Effie come from? Because at first I was thinking she was a CI, but then I'm like, now we know she's not a CI because old girl that people thought was dead. I knew she wasn't dead. She tried to kill her, but I think Effie came from season the original Ghost. She's somebody from the original Ghost. I don't know if it was one of those drug dealers, the big drug lord, or was it the lady one of them, that lady he had killed in that apartment building? She from one of them people from the first season. And it's crazy because Kay, I be talking about him, but he getting smart, the first, couple seasons or whatever, he was so impulsive. This time he acting out, he's strategically moving on them. He found out what's going on. He got his daddy. He said, "Nah, I own you." That shit was funny as hell when he found out that his dad killed Zeke. Nah, because if you remember, my friend didn't remember. I was telling her, remember when his dad was in jail and he went to go see his dad. He did something on the street and he had the men beat Kane up like he was getting, chastised or whatever. I said, yeah, that's the way he held him. He was like, nah, I own you. And Monet Tejada, oh my God, her ass be off the hook. She be off the chain, don't she? And I love Davis, he's just crooked. I like Method Man character. I'm so sick of the dude that I cannot think of his name. I'm gonna get my names together. But that FBI lady gotta die. Like you've been around for like 4 seasons. Like get your ass on. And the lawyer, that white the new the white lawyer lady, she getting on my nerves. Damn, I can't think of his name. The one that's working for Method Man. His ass getting on my nerves. He always doing something. Sex ass is always in some business. He ain't got no dang on business in. And I want to find out what is um Tariq gonna do when he find out that all this stuff is going on. He don't even know. Braden and Effie, Braden messing with him so he can start working with him. Them lying and thinking they really killed old girl. It's gonna be some stuff. And I want to know, like, when will the mama ever find out about that thing he put in that um, beer he gave his sister? Yeah, so I'm gonna do my review on Power. I love me some Power. I would do Snowfall, but that's we too far gone, and Saint ain't playing. And it's stupid ass Auntie Louie. Oh my God, that she's just get on my nerves. She should have died, but yeah, poor uncle, he passed away. But back on topic, escaping a drama. Tamika Scott came with the receipts and she wasn't playing with their asses today. All right, y'all. My other video was better, had better commentary, but I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip. Peace out.